Welcome back to Sunday Street, the Poppin' Ass Podcast. Coolest host on the coast, Vario. I don't know if I can say that no more. You'll find out later.
I'm Jamian.
He ain't gonna throw it to me. Okay,
I'm
we
sorry.
already not you. We already acting different. Okay, it's the co-host with the most information, Drina from Drina Finds Out, and we back. I mean, we might as well call it season 2. We just starting over.
Might be season 3.
Let's just go. Let's just go for
Take a break.
It is what it is.
So we have a lot of new changes coming to Sunday Street, and one of them is we have Jamian from Just Be taking over of the host seat, and we bumping Vario to nighttime.
Exit stage left.
I'm going to be myself.
Yeah, a lot of people have told us that we aren't toxic enough, or we don't talk about enough topics. I don't know. I guess they want to hear, like, you know.
They want me to be me.
They want you to be you. So you can still catch Vario as a host just at nighttime of Sunday Street at night.
And
so,
we're going Sunday Street for kids.
Yes, we're gonna have.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that's what we have coming up.
Welcome, Jamie.
Yes, Jamie.
What you got to
Welcome.
say?
Appreciate it. No, man, I'm just glad to bring a little different flair to Sunday Street, and to be able to let Vario go be toxic.
Go be myself.
Yeah,
be
Don't
yourself.
call it that.
Okay, we'll let Vario be his toxic self at night. So if you guys are interested in that and that's something you want to do, check out Vario Nighttime Sunday
But
Street.
no, I don't want to voice my opinions while people promote their business. Because I'm tired of being sensitive for y'all. I'm tired of playing the low key, cool. So, Jamie to take over.
So I'm gonna take over the hosting of this episode. So Vario, I'm gonna put you on the spot first, and I'm gonna say, I was looking back over all the work we created, like looking on YouTube, like we have put in. We put in.
That's why he's going to nighttime.
We
guys.
put in a lot of work, a lot of stuff to be,
joints.
a lot of stuff to be proud of.
And we started the sports thing.
With Sunday Street, with Smack'em Sports, with Drina Finds Out. Like we covered a lot of stuff.
Got at least 100 joints out there, right?
We covered a lot of ground. So we need all of you to go follow our YouTube page so we can get these numbers up, digitized, and then we can make some money. Why? No more changes. I'm the host. No more changes. So that was me putting Vario on the spot. Thanking you for being the backbone of Sunday Street, production, Street Geeks Productions, all of that. All the hard work you do, we appreciate it.
About to get serious.
We appreciate it. Now, my second person to put on the spot is Jamian.
Okay.
So, Jamian, I know, and a lot of you may know, that Jamian is not only a pianist, but he also sings. So right now, trending is the Can You Talk Challenge. I need you to hit it right now, on the spot.
Oh, you did good. Bad deal.
Oh, good.
Come on.
Good.
You know the words.
Give me the word, good.
You gotta do it.
You don't want me to sing. You don't want me to sing it.
How about you do it and I follow you?
Oh, no, I
I
can't
sing
sing
it
it.
Nah, buddy, we're good.
We're going to let Jamian sing it. We're going to pull up the lyrics.
Yeah, pull up these lyrics for me. See what we got
Okay.
going on.
Let me pull up the lyrics on my Android.
So on the challenge, like what are
They doing the chorus.
But we really got our Apple products in the trap, though.
I know that.
If I could show y'all,
I'm that
I'm not gonna
player.
put Drina on the spot, but
Look
she's
at you.
using an Android.
Come
I
on.
ain't
All right.
saying
I got you on the backup, cuz.
So you got so I can't sing. Oh, you got me 10.
You can start wherever you
All right.
want.
Can we talk for a minute? Girl, I want to know your name.
My mama.
Can we talk for a minute? Girl, I want to know your name.
But
I
check
need
it
you to
out.
keep going.
If I could sing, y'all wouldn't be able to shut me up. Oh, my
I gotta go live with it.
Where you going live, Drina?
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Back.
So
back.
the verse would be, can we talk for a minute? Girl, I want to know your name.
That's why this nigga taking my
Can
spot.
we talk for a minute? Girl, I want to know your name.
Yeah, get me out of here.
Get him out of here! No, we're good, bro.
Trini, we recording. You can't.
Oh yeah, sorry. My bad, dog.
Anyway,
on my
what
Android.
y'all got planned for the streets without me?
So we are going to really focus on, of course, we're going to bring y'all pop culture and things like that, but we really want to focus on normalizing the conversation around mental health and just people talking about their issues, because a lot of people feel like there's a what do you call it? Not a stereotype, a stigma.
A stigma, yes.
A stigma around talking about mental health, and sometimes everybody doesn't need to see a therapist. Sometimes just talking about those issues, even if you're talking to somebody going through the same thing, maybe y'all can come to something together. So I feel like the more we talk about it, the more normal it can be for people, and they can know like, hey, I'm not alone in feeling this way.
Absolutely. And so to that point, those are one of the topics that I'll be pretty much covering along the show. And I think that sometimes we all know that representation matters. And sometimes, like, when we discuss mental health, just knowing that somebody else is going through something just like you kind of like helps alleviate their stress and that worry. So we've decided to allow Sunday Street to be that kind of platform. You guys are going to be able to catch us up on social media, and if you don't get an opportunity to, you know, say what you feel, or if you think that there's something that we missed that we need to cover, we ask you guys to find us on social media, all platforms, YouTube included, and we're going to get your thoughts. We'll get the topics that you want to cover. We'll talk about that, and maybe just shed some light or bring some awareness to what's going on. We understand that as millennials and generations more present, the discussion about mental health is something that we enjoy, and we are embracing the idea that it is okay to go talk to a therapist. It is okay to go see a counselor.
It is true, but see, this is why I might need to sneak off at night.
Reason number 3.
Look,
Mario's
fuck
going
that,
to
man.
nighttime.
Call me. I'll talk. We all just need judgment-free zones, man.
Absolutely. And Sunday Street will serve as that purpose as well, right? So we'll talk about all types of issues, and you don't have to be judged on Sunday Street.
We're going to do that at night, too.
Now, you might be getting called a couple names,
They're
but
going to be judging y'all.
I want them to.
Yeah.
They're going to do it anyway.
Yeah. So, like, really, I honestly think, like, guys, the reason me coming back to Sunday Street and doing this stuff is because I think that between the three of us, we kind of represent all kinds of people.
And I'm still going to be here.
Absolutely.
I just be on
behind the camera.
Right.
I might sneak in here and there.
And that's what
I'm going to be over there just focused on production and making this shit as dope as it should be.
And we still will be talking to business owners, because that is another big part.
That's what started this.
Yeah, that's what started it. So we'll definitely be talking to business owners. If you are a business owner and you want to be on, come on Sunday Street to talk to us.
If you don't care about how shit going, you can come on that night too.
Yeah, you can do both.
You got sensitive at night.
Yeah, so you choose wisely.
We're gonna talk about real shit though, like relationships and mental health and sex and
all of that.
You don't feel pressure to abide by the politics of respectability. You get to say what you want to say.
I never really felt pressure.
Which is why Vario's going to nighttime.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if that works for you,
I'm looking out
join
for
him.
y'all.
Absolutely.
The game done changed a little bit.
He's rooting for you people.
Yeah, man, I'm y'all biggest fan. On my
yes,
mama.
indeed.
Everybody's Coach Boz here, founder of Smack'em Athletics, Smack'em World, and also co-host of Boz and Bingo. With my good friend Seneca Hampton, Coach Bingo.
What's up, Coach?
What's up, Coach Bingo? So we have a show where we highlight high school and middle school athletes. And right now it's football season, and we've been covering all over the coast and keeping the fans, in tune with what's going on. And we got basketball season coming up, so we're pretty much getting excited about that as well. Along with the Street Geeks, our ultimate goal is to make a positive impact around the community around us. We're asking for a donation in exchange for advertising your business and your products on our shows. With your help, we know we can make a positive impact around the beautiful Mississippi Gulf Coast. If you have any questions, contact streetgeeks.com. Either you could call Coach Bingo as well.
Hey everybody, it's your boy Coach Bingo back with another week of Smack'em Top Performance.
Yeah, Chico, something to the bad guy. Yeah, Chico. Yeah, Chico, you're talking to the bad guy. Toothpick in your eye. I'm that guy. Hey yo, look, something happened to these, something happened to you, okay?
So, 'tis the season to be jolly, and the way I'm trying to get everybody in the mood is an adult Christmas pajama party.
You got your PJs yet?
I got my pajamas.
I don't. I'm becoming that like the salted Prince.
Hell.
I already seen online. Just saying,
This is not about to be good. Yo, we don't want to
Ooh.
It's gonna be fly, man.
We're gonna have Black Santa in the building.
And we're gonna have the ho ho ho.
the ho ho ho. We're gonna play reindeer games.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna have all of that.
So what?
Pictures with Santa. Pictures
Two
with Black
bars.
Santa.
We got 2 bars. Too.
Yeah, we got 2 bars open.
So what is a must play?
Pluto. Future.
Oh God, no.
Pluto by Future.
The must
East
play
Atlanta,
song.
East Atlanta sound by Gucci.
No, you gotta play Silent Night by Temptations.
In my mind.
That's how we're gonna close out the night. Everybody gonna be lit.
Okay.
Everybody gonna sing along.
Okay, I'm glad you said that. When they play the Silent Night, that's the cue to get your shit in.
Yeah, that's the end. After the song over, it's time. It's closed.
Yeah.
Okay,
Time to
that
go
makes
home.
sense. That makes sense. So the other day, y'all know I work at a funeral home. I was driving in the hearse, and there was a song called "I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus," and so the song talks about Santa Claus looking just like Daddy.
Right.
So does that mean Santa Claus is really black?
No,
Santa
that means
Claus is the
Santa
black
Claus
man.
is Daddy, and Daddy brought them gifts.
Santa Claus. My Santa Claus is a black man.
Okay, yours is okay. Growing up, was your
Growing
Santa
up.
Claus black?
My kids.
Daddy black?
My Santa Claus. My kids Santa Claus is the black. High yellow woman. That's
Oh
my
no!
kid's Santa Claus.
But I'm saying, what do they know Santa to be? Like, so if they were to look at a picture
White.
of Santa in your house.
Santa Claus, my kids
White.
know Santa Claus is a black man, and Santa Claus goes straight to the ghetto. That's if you ask my kids,
Okay.
call my kids right now, and they know that that's what Santa Claus is.
What about you?
White.
So
White
yours-
and jolly.
white
What?
and jolly.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
That's what you believe?
This ain't my show no more.
Is that what you
But you're a
believe?
host. I mean, you're a guest today. So
Yeah, that's what I believe.
Growing up, you thought that Santa Claus was a white man?
white and jolly.
You ain't never heard the song Santa Claus is a black man?
That didn't convince me.
So a lady from Isabel Taft
Uh-huh.
from the Sun Herald reached out to me.
Okay.
And she asked me about the importance of Black Santa on the Gulf Coast. Like, why was it a thing?
Okay.
I told her I felt like it's always been a thing. I grew up listening to the song Santa Claus is a Black Man.
Okay.
And I know I've heard plenty of people who daddy say, ain't no damn white man bringing my kids no
Right.
gifts.
I know Santa Claus is black in my house.
Okay. Okay.
So-
But do your kids like? Did they know that Santa is black, or do they
don't
know
lie to my
Santa is
kids,
white?
cuz.
You don't.
No, man.
Okay. That's
So I feel like
Santa Claus is daddy. You
I told her
How was your experience? Like
I
with
told
her?
it was great. I
Okay.
told her that I felt like other I'll say like white people, they don't have to think about certain things that we do.
Right.
So whenever I think that people started realizing that,
Why
like
we waste
once
our time thinking about this?
once Black Panther came out,
Okay.
once Black Panther came out, it was like they were like, wow. I didn't know that this was a thing.
Yeah.
I didn't know that black people want to see themselves in certain
Spaces.
spaces.
Yeah, they
Absolutely.
did. Yeah, they did.
They-
They knew.
I don't think they ever thought about it.
You give them too much credit, baby.
Say that for
So, if you want to continue this conversation,
Yeah.
follow Mario at night. We're Sunday Street at night. But no, I think honestly that's a good. I think that the conversation is needed, and I think that it exists far beyond just Santa Claus in December.
Man,
I
can't
think-
say what I want.
I know.
So,
Only
you know,
listen to-
Macy's is like part of the whole Christmas capitalization of Christmas type thing.
Absolutely.
Have a parade,
Yeah,
don't
they
Yeah,
have the
Macy's,
big
yeah,
parade, and they were the first. I think one of the first stores to have Santa in the store and all of that. But the flagship store, they have special or secret Santas,
Okay.
and they have like 8 different cultures. And so they like you go and be like, I need to see like the special Santa, and they take your kid to the back, and there's a black one, there's an Asian one, there's a
Wait a minute.
Mexican
Wait a
one.
minute.
Is White Santa special?
No, White Santa is the
That's
main
just
attraction.
the code. That's just the code.
To
That-
say special Santa.
Yeah, they go.
But White
you
White
go to
Santa's
the-
out there like,
But
oh, damn,
who sits in the
He's-
chair
The
predominantly?
white man is out there. White Santa is out there all day. But if you bring your black children and you be like, oh, you go to the elf and be like, we need to see the special Santa. They press a button.
Let my kids see
Wait a
the
minute.
regular Santa, man. That's what.
You want them to see the white Santa, the predominant Santa.
The Santa who out here all day.
Okay.
I want the Huey P. Newton Santa Claus.
But don't even take them to Macy's to be criticized like that to ask for the special Santa. Is you the special nigga?
Okay,
But
guys.
it's not just black people though. They have Asian,
Hispanic, and Indian.
Okay. So do white people pay a different amount of taxes than black people?
White people never had to think about this type of thing, Mario.
Yeah, they did.
No, they didn't.
I don't.
they did.
But honestly,
Yeah, they did.
so essentially, this is a perfect example of where we're going to with Sunday Street with
Yes.
Drina and I. So this is a good conversation for us to have.
Kick me out in front of my face.
No, I'm just saying. So
You already say you leave.
but honestly, I think you bring up a good conversation though.
Take
Like,
a picture with regular Santa.
right? Does the white Santa play a different tax or a different fee than getting the special Santa?
So do black Santa, do special Santa bring toys to special kids?
Black kids.
I can't say. I don't know. I mean, I don't feel like I ever
That's
got
how
a special
Santa
kid.
deliver all these gifts every night.
But no. So not because I want our listeners, like for
That is
everybody
right.
who's involved, to understand that we are not making this a black or white thing. We're literally talking about. No, we're not,
No.
because we're talking about cultures, though,
You're
Vario.
talking about representation.
Right, we're talking about representation of all cultures in any given space, and I think for
Put
me.
black Santa Claus at Foot Locker.
Okay, so for that point, wasn't that something that
There
you
was
guys
a-
discussed?
Way worse.
there was a mall.
There's an
The
article.
Mall,
No, there's an
the
article.
Mall of America.
So I gotta put Santa Claus. I gotta
Wait.
put black Santa in Zebo.
No,
At
but what
the-
I'm saying, Drina discussed that in her
Nuvo
Son
now,
Harold.
ain't
Nuvo,
Nuvo.
yeah.
There was the Mall of America.
Yeah.
The Mall of where is it? Like Minnesota.
It's Minnesota.
Somewhere.
I think it was in Minnesota.
They put a black Santa, but they just gave him a shift to
I
work.
bet McDonald's will do it.
They gave him a shift to work. They gave him a shift to work, and people like were sending hate mail to the mall and to the man, and it's like Santa Claus. We talking about Santa Claus.
I'm like,
We're talking about Santa,
Yeah.
and for people to get so upset about
like
it.
Brother Malcolm, man.
What?
I ain't participate. Who taught niggas how to hate themselves so much? I ain't even going to do that. I ain't asking for no special Santa.
You not gonna ask for a special Santa?
No, my kids just ain't participating in this.
Okay. And I get that. So I think we need to clearly define two things. Number one, the culture that we have
Or
experienced.
they mama can take them. You know.
I got you. Okay, Sunday Street at night.
I'm not
So
looking.
I think that I think that we have to acknowledge, number one, that the culture that us as millennials and more current generations are facing, that is a culture that we have clearly said is a problem, right? The evidence of that is social media.
No, the evidence is that we're talking about it.
And I agree. So I stand corrected. Like the first
Don't
bit of it.
go ask for the special Santa.
Right. So the first evidence is that we're talking about it. And the second piece of evidence is that we are no longer living in that space. And so a lot of people's argument may be that why does it always have to be a
You
black,
go
white
in
thing or a
Macy's
cultural thing?
And you whisper to the clerk that you want to see the special Santa. I promise to God you're living in that space.
I agree with you. But what I'm saying is I'm clearing up some things that we might have to face for this show. Is that number one, we are not making it a black or white thing. We are literally embracing and trying to elevate
This is
culture.
America.
I know it's America, but
What's wrong with making it a black and white thing when every day if you watch the news, it's a black and white thing?
I don't think it's a black and white thing. But let me say this. I don't. No, listen. Wait. Let me correct myself. I don't think that you can talk about black culture without talking about the rest of culture that exists in America.
When you read a article headline,
Yeah.
and they would call Trayvon the thug, would call what's his name, the Riddler
Was
kid.
it Dylan? Oh, the Dylan kid.
It's like how do we?
No, but
How is this
I
not
think you're
alright?
talking. But I think you're talking about a factor
They do
of
not.
culture.
I don't want to say they, but it is. They don't mind. So why do we have to whisper about talk? I go in the restaurant and I see some people over there, and I'll be like, my nigga, this.
Yeah.
I'm talking about loud. I ain't whispering.
Uh-huh.
But if I want to whisper, hey brother, that white nigga over there, I have to whisper that. But I would call you my nigga in front of these people 1,000 times. I ain't playing by them type of rules no more. If we gonna act like that shit don't exist, just act like it don't exist. So if I say nigga, I can say anything else.
And I agree with you if you choose to use that word. Like, so for me, like, I'll acknowledge,
culturally, not
right?
just me
So,
and you
yeah,
specifically,
you're right. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I
culturally,
things,
yeah.
I say other things like real out loud.
Yeah.
I promise to God it's about race.
And I don't want to say that it is not about race, but what I'm saying is I don't want people to think that we are speaking solely for black people, because I don't think that.
No, we're speaking for everybody.
We are talking for. That's why I say
they need to hear it too.
Right, we can't talk about. We just can't put ourselves in a box and talk about white or black issue. I think we're literally talking about an American issue and a cultural issue, because I think there are a lot of things.
American culture is black and white.
But it's more. No, it's. I think American culture is more about black and white people. Right?
Yeah.
I think you have to.
The basics, the nucleus of it.
Yeah. I just think that one culture was used more so than others.
I ain't talking about like none of that.
American culture is just a white interpretation of black culture.
That's what you
I
guys
agree
think.
with that too. But you just said the same thing I'm saying. Was it like a white interpretation or black interpretation, like Asian American? No, man.
No,
We can
I
try
think
to dodge that and like play the safe space.
But we have to use those. Just like there's a difference between accepting something and embracing something. I think that there's a difference between what something is about and what something is inclusive of.
Y'all need more white kids.
I do, like, seriously. And I think we need to target, like, down-ass white people. Like, for instance,
You just turned around and said the same thing I was saying. People who not like know what you call down-ass white people.
Yeah.
Did it shut off?
Just let them. No, that bitch is running.
It's okay.
Let them just stay on their bandwagon of hate. Let the black people stay on their bandwagon of hate. But the only bandwagon that's really gonna be moving is the one that's going like forward.
Right,
Like,
and I get that, but
just not doing that.
and so that's what I'm saying, Barrio. But I think that we have to.
You want? I can't say that. It might be. No, this is my last rodeo.
It's okay.
If a man can come in here and want me to address him as a woman, I'm gonna respect it. You get me?
I get you.
That's
Yeah.
cuz.
Right.
So I gotta throw all that out the window.
But you
So
saying
when
don't
a
get
white,
mad
when a
if we
white
talk
woman
about-
or white man walk in here, I absolutely am not paying attention to that person's skin tone. I'm paying attention to the person that walks in the door. So I'm just only respecting that. I don't care if you're a man, I don't care if
Just
you're a
the
woman, I don't
person
care if
and
you're
none
white,
of the
I don't
other
care if you're
identifying
black, I don't care if you're Republican, I don't care if you're Democrat. You have an opinion, share it.
Okay.
Pull up, sit down, share it.
Okay.
Santa Claus is Santa Claus. Santa Claus ain't black or white. Santa Claus is just Santa Claus. Santa Claus black to you, that's still Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Santa Claus is white to Joanna, that's still Santa
Black
Claus.
man.
He a black. Okay.
What do it matter?
Barrio gonna take his kids to go see the motherfucking white Santa Claus.
You ain't gonna take me to Santa at all.
My family some money, just go get the gifts. I'm not even gonna participate.
We ain't even got to go see Santa.
Yeah, y'all got to go see Santa, but your mama probably gonna take it.
And so we're trying to be holistic. Like the only thing I'm saying is we need to invite people. I think it's important that there are enough people
Me
within
too.
our generation who understand that racial dynamic.
Invite people who you're gonna be able to, and I'm leaving, so I have no say so. But invite people, black or white, that you're gonna be able to make progressive movements with. If I gotta sit here and spend the 30 minutes, 45 minutes, hour that we spend arguing and trying to convince you, we so many years behind, I do not have time to do that, cuz. So stay on your bandwagon over there.
Yeah.
And me and the people who gonna work on some progressive moves to just, y'all already coming in agreement to just be progressive, just interview and podcast with them. Anybody else who ain't even fucking with that,
Yeah.
don't even fuck with them.
So you don't think that it's important for our
Eric
listeners?
Thomas. I'm not gonna waste my time on people telling me no. I'm gonna focus on the people telling me yes. If I focus on the people telling me no, the people in my yes line who want my attention, what they gonna do?
And leave.
No, they're not. They're gonna come to my no line.
All right. because you're wasting time. I just
they just want my attention.
Okay.
And they believe in what I'm talking about or whatever. So
Yeah.
I'm not gonna waste my time on people telling me no. I'm gonna fill up my yes line.
okay.
I'm fucking with them.
Uh-huh.
You ain't over here dealing with me and what I'm doing. Then okay, that's cool. If somebody else out there for you, it's another message for you. Go deal with them. Me, I'm going into 2020 progressive. That's all I'm on around with. Not trying to convince nobody.
But I don't think that progressiveness has to do with not acknowledging. So let me say this, Mario. So like, hopefully this ain't gonna be a part of our show, but when in
Oh, the camera running, cuz.
okay, so I was in a space where I dealt with a professional or listened to a professional, and he acknowledged where the Mississippi coast was and where we are trying to go. And a part of getting to that progressive spot, he said, we still have to take time and acknowledge some of the things that we were doing wrong of old so that they don't carry those same like infectious ideas and ideologies into this new progressive space. I'm not saying that for Sunday Street that we have to focus on that. I'm just saying that I think it is important that we at least making an attempt to tear down the things that we have found to be problematic and that we fool with the people that are progressive. That's all I'm asking.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay.
But
I think a part of progress for Sunday Street, one thing that we talked about is to focus on, if we want to really center on mental health. A lot of people, you always hear the word like a mental breakdown.
Right.
We want to focus, we want to close out every show with a mental uplift to give you
Absolutely.
something to think about
Absolutely.
and have you come back and like, you know, we want you to be part of the show. We want you to comment. We want you to give us topics that you want to hear us explore or talk about, getting more information on, like all those type of things. I know one thing for me, and I guess this is like me closing the show out because I'm the host this week. One thing for me.
It was. But I got you on next week.
One thing for me that like really opened my mind up. I've always been somebody that loves to read, but this came from Vario when he started the Sunday Street book club, and the first book we read was The Four Agreements.
Yes.
And I think that reading that book, like even though it was only like 150 something
It's
pages,
very small.
it is like, I think that if you're going into the new year and you want to be, you know, start changing things, shifting things, moving things around, you got to start focusing on the way you think, and that really changed like my outlook on life. Even though some of the things in that book you may have thought before,
about. Absolutely,
but
yeah.
whenever you read it, it's like a kind of like a reinforcement, and it puts everything. It's something like clicks
that's all
when you read it.
It's like
So I definitely-
the things you be thinking. Like,
So it reaffirms the things that you've been
Yeah.
thinking or things you've heard. Right.
So my mental uplift to close this episode out is to get the Four Agreements and read it, and then let us know what you think about it.
Good deal.
I agree.
So for me, guys, like if I could add to Drina's thing, what Stacey and I have been talking about is that this idea with like embedded trauma and like in our childhood and in our culture, there are some things that we've been taught to just receive and deal with, right? When a grown person tells you something, you just receive it and deal with it. And I think that over time, that has taught us to compartmentalize and to deal with trauma that shouldn't be dealt with. So for me, my mental uplift is to number one, know that you don't have to deal with trauma. And once you've forgiven somebody for something, that doesn't mean that you have to turn around and start another relationship with them. It is okay to move on.
Yeah.
That I agree with. My what's it called?
Mental uplift.
My mental uplift is nigga live your life to the max. Anything you want, you can get. Don't be out here hesitating, playing, living for other people's acceptance. This is your life. Corona done showed us that it is not that long. Go for what you want. That's my mental uplift.
Well, I want to thank you both. Vario, we wish you well.
We wish you very well.
We wish you very well.
Yes. We pray that your exit is like BT at nighttime. Like
they kick AJ and Priya.
Right. BT at nighttime. That's
Yeah.
what
I feel like Steve Jobs
what
got
else did
fired
you
from
put?
Apple, man.
Hey,
You fired
brother.
yourself.
I know
It's
it.
gonna
Don't
be
ever let him think. Don't ever let him say we put him off the show. He
Ever.
fired
They
himself.
kicking me out.
He
No,
fired
it's for the
himself.
better though. I promise you.
Good deal.
I think so.
believe in my heart it's for the better.
But in all seriousness, guys, we really do plan on bringing you guys some really good content. Yeah, and it's gonna be something that you can enjoy. And if you just one of those persons who happen to think that me and Drina are lame, check out Warriors Next Time. He's gonna always give you stuff.
They'll never think we lame.
No, not us. We litty.
And they love us so much that they gonna go buy their tickets to this adult Christmas pajama party.
Let's get it.
You don't want to miss it. You
That's
do not want to miss it.
So can you tell us
I ain't even going.
Tell us details, Drina, like the where, the when, how they're gonna be able to find out about it.
The Westside Community Center on Thursday, December 23rd,
I'm not going.
from 8 to 12. We're gonna have the Black Santa in the building.
Absolutely.
Because I chose him, and my Santa Claus is black.
I will have a Black Santa too.
We're gonna have the Black Santa in the building. We're gonna have his ho ho ho. They're gonna be taking pictures. We're gonna have Janice in there with the fried tacos. We're gonna have Pour Decisions, poured up drinks. We're gonna have Oliver Twist pouring up drinks. We're gonna have Adrian Davis there with some eggnog and cupcakes.
What girl AD we see?
It's gonna be a real party.
Good deal.
A real vibe.
And if you want to sign up to be a ho ho ho, get up Drina.
We got the outfit for you. We got the outfit. You just gotta fit into it.
Lady, you get a free ticket.
You just gotta fit into it.
Don't let that be your answer.
I might need to bring Drina to Sunday night.
No, ladies, look, check this out. If you want to be one of those lady center helpers, go see Mario. Drina and I are bringing you wholesome. We are bringing you wholesome content with a little bit intellect attached to it.
Yeah.
It's for the better of everybody. But
It is.
This is my
We're gonna be
last
okay.
time being able to say this, so I won't see y'all next week. But after Christmas, we going digital. So if you want to be on Sunday Street at night, DM.
Stay out his DM.
Yeah, y'all go. I'm gonna leave appropriately.
All right.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. We look forward to a great year coming up. We're going to bring you some good stuff. We're going to do everything that we can to keep you informed, updated, and entertained. Drina?
We're gonna see y'all at the party.
Good deal. Peace, y'all.